All right, we'll do a really quick mic check for first. Just make sure I've got my avatar on there. Hold on, let me take that off for everybody so you guys can see that I'm a real person. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the door here because Larlin is in the other room in the office. So if you guys can hear me, feel free to just post a comment in the comment section there and let me know that you can, of course, hear me. And what we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna go through and share something with you. Yeah, Lonnie, we are really live. Like this isn't so we are going to be kind of spending the next hour or so here going through a 9-step system that has been very useful for us. We've launched 3 different businesses with this. Of course, we have sold 2 of those. And the third one is, of course, the CloudKii system, which many of you are familiar with. Some of our tools, you may not understand how you got my emails or anything like that, but you are using some of the tools that we use every single day to build our business. Everything that we have, everything that we do is built around this 9-step system. And it's going to help you revolutionize not only your life, but your business and your relationships as well. This applies to just about everything that you do, with the exception of a few fundamental things that we do with the software. But for the most part, everything that we're going to be sharing with you here is actually going to be foundational in a lot of things that we deal with in our own personal lives. So just going to give you a little bit about the 9-step system. These are core commitments that we want to apply to our business, to our life, and to those relationships, like we were saying earlier. And it revolves around personal development, relationship building, proactive outreach, engaging content, consistent communication, effective collaboration, and your persistent vision. That's going to actually help you reach what we call the pinnacle of success in your online business, which is really, really powerful. Now, the systematic steps that we have in here form a well-rounded approach, and they emphasize mostly on individual aspects as well as a cumulative power of the system itself. This is applicable across all business types. So if you are in a network marketing program, a multi-level marketing or affiliate program, this will help you with that. If you are running a coaching or consulting business or an agency, this is actually going to help you with that as well. And specifically, if you're focusing on organic growth, okay? This entire system, everything that we've done for years has never involved any form of paid advertising. We don't buy solo ads. We don't pay for PPC ads. We don't do any of that. Everything that we do is about creating content, creating relationships, and using this exact same system to be able to help develop that. Now, my promise to you, you're taking time out of your Friday evening to spend some time here with us, and we really appreciate that. So I'm going to make some promises to you. Number one, I'm going to be sharing with you a proven system that anyone can follow in just a few hours per week. You are guaranteed to succeed if you follow this. And at the end of this, you'll understand why we can make this guarantee. Guarantees are very difficult to stand behind, but we can stand behind our guarantee, and you'll be able to completely see that by the end of this training here. And if you stay till the end, what we're going to do is we're actually going to give you a gift. That gift is worth about $197 if you were to put a value on it. And you'll see why as well. We're going to give that to you just because you're sharing your time with us, and we value your time just as much as anything else. So really quickly, who am I? I am not my favorite subject. So you'll see a lot of my signatures in my emails, just a regular guy making his way. I'm just a regular person. I've got a little bit over 13 years of experience working with 7- and 8-figure marketers. Okay, so people who make 7 figures a year, 8 figures, $1 million, $10 million plus per year in the online marketing space. I am a certified 10X coach and a Grant Cardone licensee. These are just some of the more recent things. There's a whole pile of things that we could do, and I just don't like talking about myself, but over the course of the years, I've developed a passion for being able to help entrepreneurs discover their potential, to be able to help them attain their previously unthinkable goals. Okay. A lot of us set goals that are too low and we hit them. Okay. So we want to make sure that we can set goals that are actually really ambitious and to be able to achieve them, because that path to achievement just starts with envisioning the next few steps. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know what the next few steps are. One of my favorite quotes comes from a gentleman by the name of Arthur Schopenhauer. He is a writer, a philosopher from Germany, early 1900s. He says, do the thing and you shall have the power. It kind of embodies everything that we talk about inside of our systems. Is by doing the thing, you're actually going to learn much more rapidly than if you were to just kind of try to, go through trainings and go through books and those kinds of things. If you actually go out and do what we teach, you'll learn. Hopefully you guys can hear this. I don't think you can actually hear this. This has got some stuff about some other people have said about yours truly, which makes it a little bit easier. This is Robert. I met Robert a long time ago, and I don't think you can hear this. I don't know if you can hear that, but it is a fun for your speakers.
Anyway, he has taught me so much about the internet and about online marketing.
We can. It's just really soft.
really soft. Okay, yeah, we'll fix that later. Basically, what Robert in this video is, we'll share this video with everybody. He tells you that some of the stuff that I shared doesn't make sense, but if you will just listen and do it, it comes out. And at the end of the testimony there, he shares that he was able to make $7,000 in just a month by following the steps, following the process that we do. Unfortunately, we can't hear it because the way that the Zoom is set up, we didn't set it up properly before that. But then we have another testimonial right here where integrity matters. When you're looking for somebody who you want to partner with or business partner with, you want to make sure that integrity, they match your integrity. They have the same goals and visions and values as you do, which is really, really important. And again, these testimonials, we'll share these with everybody who's here. We'll just send them out to you in the email so you can actually hear those testimonials from the other people. And we've got loads of them. It's just some of the things that I don't enjoy doing in these webinars is I don't like piling up all this nonsense, but it's really important to kind of share with you that what we're sharing with you is actually genuine. So before we get started with everybody, within the 9-step system, I want to make sure that we have a distraction-free environment. Okay, so if you have your phone, go ahead and turn that to airplane mode or whatever you got to do, turn it over. I just turned mine over. If you have kids or pets, make sure they're in another room. We sent ours to the house and put them to work on chores. And of course, if you're browsing the internet, go ahead and close any of those browsers to make sure that you have an opportunity here of being able to actually see all 9 steps and look at what you're going to be able to help them do. So hopefully that's going to make some sense. The good news here, this is easy. Okay. Everything that we're going to do, everything we're going to share with you is easy. And the definition of easy is being something that you can do. Okay. Something that you can. Okay. Something that you have the ability to. Everybody here, if you're attendance on this webinar, you literally have all of the tools, all of everything that you're going to need to be able to do this. But a word of caution, what is easy to do is also easy not to do. Okay. So there's a big reason why this is important to understand. Number one is because something being easy, it's not going to give you the result you're looking for immediately. So if instant gratification is what you're looking for, it's definitely not the system. Okay. You just got to make sure that this is something you can do. You have to do it even though you don't see those results immediately. It's like exercising. You don't see the results immediately. There's a compound effect that goes with that. So this is easy to do, but what is easy to do is also easy not to do. So step number 1, okay, and this is going to be one of the hardest ones for almost all of us: commitment to personal development. Okay, you want to like you're here, right? We don't proper preach to the choir here. You're here, so this is a form of personal development. You're learning something. You're seeing something from another perspective. You're also going to learn from books, learn from the things that you do, and people you associate with. All these things are meant to build you as a person so that you're a better person today than you were yesterday. If you think of this as kind of like a game, you're in competition with yourself, where you want to be better than the person you were previously. And in one way or another, it doesn't matter if that's better with your family, better with your relationships, better in your business, better at following these 9 steps. You want to make sure that you're committing to that and making sure that you follow through with it. Personal development shapes our philosophy. Okay. And it also helps us align our actions with our core values. And there's a little bit of difference between those 2 things. And we'll share what those are in just a moment. A lot of times, any of us who are coaches, any of us who are in this space for a while, we get people who ask us what they need to do, right? What do I do? Just tell me how to do it. Okay. If you tell them how to do it, they're not going to do it. There's a problem with that. The how to do is not what people really need to understand. People need to understand how to think, because when you know how to think, how to do comes very easily. And personal development is actually going to help you with that. And personal development with the values. Okay, your values, if you look at these from a definition perspective, your values are what we believe is important in the way that we live our lives, run our business, and form our relationships. It's essentially the heart of everything that you're doing. It's the things that are not changing. They never change about you. If you're a religious person, maybe your values are related around the 10 commandments. Okay, those are unshaken. You're not going to break those values, right? But your philosophies are everything that you know and what you think about it. So your values may never change, but your philosophy is the way what you think about those values will change. Okay. And that changes with personal development, with books, with reading, with attending seminars, those kinds of things. Very, very important. And there's 3 phases to the process when we're doing the reading. Okay. Number 1 is read. It's very important to read. Reading is something that some people do very well, something very enjoyment of it, but the vast majority of us, we just simply don't have the attention span to be able to read a book like that. So what you want to do is you want to sit down, you want to do this in a slight edge, a small way, read 10 to 15 pages of a book inside of your niche every single day. This is really, really important. It has to be inside of your niche. Okay. You don't want to read books about anything that's related to something you're not working on, something you're not building. You want to make sure that they're in your niche. It's going to help you develop the language. It's going to help you understand the problems. It's going to help you really dive into and become an expert inside of your niche. The second step in this process is thinking about what you read. Now here, anybody who reads the Bible, or anybody knows a lot of people who read the Bible, you'll notice their Bible is always highlighted and they have a lot of the verses written down, basically verbatim, word for word as their notes. Now, what we want to do is want to challenge that, okay? Instead of copying what you're reading, you want to do is think about what you read and then write down your thoughts, what you think about what you read. Remember your philosophy, everything that you know and everything that what you think about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to read, we're going to learn something. We're going to think about what it is that we think about what we just read and then write that down. Okay, this is really cool because over the course of time, what you're going to see is you're going to see that gradual change in yourself and you're going to see that change in your leadership. Now, reading books is really fun. This is a meme that I saw a long time ago, and I think it was one of my teacher's walls. And I don't even want to call it a meme. It was a poster back then. We used to call these posters. But this says, I'm learning by osmosis. You got Garfield. He's got the books tied to him, and he's just trying to absorb the information from him, right? So that osmosis is not really how it works. You actually want to turn those pages. You do want to read the books. Don't just buy them, put them in yourself. So they look good in your lives and whatnot. But you want to make sure you read the books that you are putting on your table for your niche. Okay, always do that. That is one of the most important one. Like we said earlier, books in your niche are going to help you understand the language, problems, and solutions that are there for the people who are also in that same niche with you. And the beautiful part about this journey of success is there's always people who are a few steps behind you, and there's always people who are a few steps ahead of you. And you can mentor the people who are behind you, and you can mentor with the people who are ahead of you, just making sure that you're understanding that language. Okay. Thinking about what you read is really important too. It gives you the ability to create a perspective, right? A broad perspective that shapes your philosophy, which is what you're going to be able to resonate with other people for when you're having these conversations. It's also going to help your vocabulary, all of these wonderful things that are really important whenever you're making videos or doing the things that we do in the online space. And of course, writing about it is going to help you really get a lot of really solid thoughts, right? Not even just thoughts, but ideas around what the niche is that you're focusing on, the problems, and how you fit into it, right? So you want to read your notes. Your notes are going to help you grow as well. It's going to help you remember what you read, because when we write down things, we commit things to memory. And a bonus in this process is anytime we're creating these notes, anytime we're creating these databases of information, this can be used for a product later on, something that we can share as a lead magnet or something that we can offer in a coaching program as a bonus, or a product in and of itself, as how I learned XYZ over this period of time. These types of things can take place. So just kind of think of this from the perspective when you're writing this information down. This is going to ultimately become what it is for that. So Reggie says that you are looking at the slides being cut off. They shouldn't be. Larlin, do you see the slides cut off? We're good. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, Reg, it might be zoomed in. So you should see the write about it and all that kind of stuff. But all right. So the writing about it part is going to help you commit to memory. It's going to help you memorize that. And again, it could be used for a product later on. Step number 2 in this process is making sure that you get connected. Okay. This is really, really important. No matter what it is that you're doing, you want to make sure that you show up to live virtual training or live training. Anytime somebody in your niche is doing a training, show up to that. Share your thoughts in there. Attend live events. These are really, really powerful. I know that Laura and I go to at least one a quarter. And sometimes we sneak another one in there, but for the most part, we want to go to one every single quarter. And that's going to be very helpful in your networking. It's going to be helpful in understanding the problems of your niche. Again, you're going to use those events to be able to make those connections, listen and communicate with people, and of course, complete the challenges. There's a lot of challenges. Challenges are really good. If you guys have ever completed a challenge, you'll understand that when you're doing them, you're actually doing the work in real time, which is going to help you with that. And we're going to be putting out a few more challenges. Obviously, we have the challenge for Messenger Pro. Those of you who are inside of there, hopefully you're getting some value out of that. We're going to create some more challenges for sales and marketing, all the stuff, to be able to help you actually get into the process of activity. You want to show up to live scheduled calls, just like this one, right? This is a live call, and you want to show up to them, make sure that you're participating, make it an effort to be present. No Bueller's, okay? Anybody you've ever seen Shark Tank, there was a gentleman on there with an application called Bueller, which is designed to put you in a Zoom room you're not actually in, and we'll record it and send you the recording, but it'll look like you were there. the whole time. So I want to make sure that you are there, you are present, and you are getting involved in the calls, right? Because if you're involved, whether you're commenting in the comment section, whether you're engaging there, whether you're engaging in real time on the call itself, if that's something that the presenter is doing, make sure that you're doing that, because you are branding yourself. You're putting yourself out there. You're becoming a face. There's a manager I used to work for. He used to say, I'm going to go over and save face. You want to save your face in the memory of the people who are working inside of your niche. And this is one of the best ways that you can do that, is by showing up inside of your business. Now, 80% of success is just showing up. Now, I don't know if it's a real stat, right? Because most people make up stats on the spot, but most of your success, the vast majority of your success, is going to come from you showing up. It is very, very difficult to show up to something and not participate. If you show up long enough, you're going to participate. It's birds of a feather flock together, right? We're all working in the same direction. We're all working on the same types of things. So you want to show up to the things where people are working, and you will ultimately start behaving the other way. The other 20%, according to the graph, is effort, right? So the effort that you apply in your success is going to be equally as important, if not dwarfed a little bit, by you just simply showing up in the first place. Now, have you ever shown up anywhere not knowing what to do? Well, that might be where you're at in your online business. Just show up anyways. Again, it's that long-term slight edge effect where it doesn't seem like it's doing anything, but it is. It's having an impact. You are learning. Step number 3 in the process of the 9-step system that we've developed for a couple of years now is welcoming your new members. Okay, new members to your group, new members to your email list, new members to your communities, new members to anything that you're a part of. If you're a part of a church, right, you want that church to be successful. You want to welcome the new members. You want to make them feel like they're in the right place, like they're at home. New members equal new opportunities. So just remember that every new member of your community represents a fresh perspective, which can help you grow, and potential collaboration and or business opportunities. So make sure that you reach out, you introduce yourself, and you connect with those new members, especially if you're a leader in one of these communities. You want to make sure that you keep in touch with those individuals on a consistent basis as you possibly can, which is that. So Tim, yeah, this is actually related to not only on Messenger Pro, but our entire system as a whole. So automated follow-ups related to making sure that you stay in contact using email and text messaging systems. Some of those things that we use in our own business, that we provide you in the tools that we provide you. The email and text messaging is going to be a really powerful way to stay in contact. Email is still, at least for us, and I know a lot of other marketers in the space, the number one way to communicate with your audiences. It's also traffic that you control. So if you're doing things that you want to be able to plug into, you want to plug other people into, building that email list, communicating with them consistently from that. Text message marketing is really equally as important. It can be a little bit more pricey, as well as some more regulations. So there's a few things that you got to be aware of in SMS marketing. We're going to get some certifications in that ourselves, so that we can share that information with you guys more effectively and make sure that we're all, staying in bounds when it comes to what you are allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do when it comes to these marketing tactics. You also have an opportunity to engage and learn with the new members of your community, because every new member, like we said, brings a new perspective. And whenever somebody new comes into the community, you get to see what bottlenecks are there, what things are causing kind of a slowdown in the process of getting a person from A to B, or A to C, or A to D, wherever it is that you're trying to take these individuals. You want to make sure that you're engaging with them and learning from areas where they struggle, where they're consistently bottlenecking, and it can be invaluable in shaping the services, the products that you're offering, or the services that you're offering for those individual people. Remember, you are paid in direct proportion to the problems that you're able to solve. And if you're committing to personal development, you're showing up to your business, and you're communicating with your members, you're going to find a lot of information. It's going to help you identify those problems in real time. Step number 4. Okay, this is post engaging content across all platforms, as many as you can. We put a list of on here: Facebook, Instagram, so LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok, because all of those are all built into the CRM system that we use. So you can automate content going out to those places. You create that content one time. Your content is king. Remember, content is king. Whoever has the most content wins. An omnipresence, being present on multiple places, is going to bring you as much traffic as you can. As the beginning of the presentation we shared with you, we don't run any paid advertising. We don't use any paid advertising whatsoever. And we've made well over 7 figures without running a single ad. And that's because of this process. Social media makes it so easy for us to be able to put that content out there that people engage with, and which also engage with other people. And it's like a chain reaction that brings people into your presence so that they know who you are and can start to learn from that content. That content helps you convert your online traffic into those quality leads that you're looking for your business, for the opportunity to be able to help work with that person to take them to that next level, either in their business, their life, their relationships, or whatever it is that you're focusing on inside of your niche. That content's going to help you reach those individuals. And more content channels equals more marketing power. Achieving omnipresence is going to amplify that reach and impact, right? And if you take a look at just the 6 social media platforms right there, the automation just on those ones equals freedom. Like, these are really big platforms and they're really easy to connect with your ideal audience on. And there's more. There's a plethora of different places where your audience could potentially be hanging out. That first step in this process, that personal development, that's going to help you identify where those individuals are hanging out. Maybe they're on Reddit. Maybe they're someplace else besides these 6 platforms. It's just that these 6 platforms keep us relatively busy, so we stick with those. They're also part of the automated systems that we use inside of the community. So automating our content is really, really simple with the CloudKii CRM. This allows you to schedule your content on Facebook, whether it's on your business page or in your group. It allows you to schedule content on TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. So when you're creating content for YouTube, you can have that content broken down into smaller segments for your reels and your shorts and all the stuff that are available for you. So you can really drive those subscribers back to those channels, and they allow you to syndicate. Syndication is omnipresent. Syndication is the process of getting your content. The same piece of content can be used multiple times on multiple platforms. Okay, so getting that content out there for the masses so that they have an opportunity of seeing your content and learning who you are. Sorry about that. So automating your content makes it really easy. You can actually supercharge your Facebook profile with Messenger Pro, right? Using that software, using Messenger Pro, you have an opportunity of starting conversations on autopilot. So you want to start 5 new conversations per day. This is step number 5. Using Messenger Pro, you just simply push the button and let the system do the work. And if you can start 5 new conversations every single day, it's not going to happen right away. It's a cumulative effect, right? So if you push the button every single day, 10, 15 to 20 friend requests, messages, all going out every single day, over the course of time, you're going to start seeing more and more people responding back to that. And what you're looking for is you're looking for at least 5 every single day, new people that you have not had a conversation with previously to that day. It's the first time you've ever said, hey, hello, or hi to that person. That's going to allow you to build an audience on Facebook. And the beautiful part, the way that Facebook's algorithm works, is when a person is talking to you in Messenger, they begin to see the content that you put on there. So if you're putting content on your personal profile and you have a conversation with somebody you didn't meet yesterday, that person is now going to see that content in your profile. That person's going to see the header in your profile. That person's going to be able to see what it is that you do. So that's very, very important as well. So make sure that you do this, you push the button and you get those conversations going. And then, of course, through that challenge that we have for Messenger Pro, it shows you exactly how to do this. It shows you how to set your tags up, how to move people through the pipeline, and all of that wonderful stuff. Now, this is really, really important to understand. Audience building is not about selling. Okay. It's about connecting. We're not selling in the Messenger. That is not what we are doing. We are simply making a connection to build an audience. And from our audience will come our community. And we'll get into what that means very shortly. But just keep this in mind the whole time you're doing this, that you're not selling, right? You're not doing what a brand new marketer is going to do. They're going to come into the inbox. And they're just going to throw their Bitcoins and they're going to throw their Forexes. They're going to throw all their business opportunities at you. And it doesn't work. I mean, a blind squirrel finds an acorn every now and then, but it doesn't work consistently enough, predictably enough, and long-term to help you become successful. And that's what we really want for everybody. You should be able to make at least an extra 6 figures a year, if not multiple 6 figures a year, by building your business on the internet. And especially if you're in any of the niches that we have exposed earlier. So regular outreach is also going to allow you to steadily grow your audience and increase your influence. What you'll notice is that as your audience grows, so do the people that you can collaborate with. You're going to get on more and more calls where you're going to get seen more and more. I've had multiple people messaging me from the interviews that I've done with with people from different companies like High Level and a couple of other interviews that I've done with people who've just connected with me and liked the content. Once again, we're back to that content, like the content that I was putting out and wanted me to hop on a call with them. The same thing is going to happen with you. So you're going to steadily grow that network and increase that influence by being able to talk and communicate and network with people who are also influencers. So step number 6. It's not so painful. There's actually 9 steps are really, really easy to go through. Step number 6 right here is to send one marketing email each day. Okay. This is going to help you establish some rapport. An email is the best form of traffic that you will be able to have. If you have an email list and you're cultivating that list properly, you're going to notice that email list is going to be an incredibly powerful source of traffic that you own. And that, of course, you built in this process, you're going to know what that group of people is interested in. And it helps you establish that the rapport with that specific subscriber based on the stages that they're inside of your ecosystem. If a brand new subscriber today just started learning about who you are, you wouldn't want to introduce them to something like a high ticket affiliate program or a high ticket coaching program or anything like that until they've learned that you're a person who is of integrity, right? You want to make sure that they understand that. So you want to make sure that you use sequences like your Seinfeld sequences, your relationship building sequences, indoctrination sequences. They're all different names for basically the same thing. They're emails about nothing, emails that you send out that help people learn about you or something you think is funny, just something to build a little bit of rapport with you. And you want to do that before you start promoting products to that individual person. So an example of a good email sequence is something like this. Okay, so you have your welcome email. It's going to clarify who you are inside of that particular subscriber, that prospect's mind. It's also going to show that individual what you can do to solve the problems in their life. What can you do to make their lives better, right? How can you, help them skip a step in their marketing process? How can you help them spend an extra few hours a week with their family? How can you solve a problem that they have with their conversions? How can you do that? It's important to understand that this entire indoctrination sequence, this sequence is just designed to help them get to know you. There shouldn't be any sales messages. You could potentially put them in post signatures. I know we do, but for the most part, the content of these emails should be to get them to know who you are and how you can help them, at least who you help, right? Email number 1 can be a welcome email. It sets the scene, gives them what to expect, what they're going to be receiving from you. Like you're going to be receiving emails. There should be a footer in every email you receive from us, tells you why you're getting the email. Same thing with you. You want to be able to just tell them, why is it that you're going to remind them? I know about you guys, but I get a lot of emails every day. So sometimes I forget whose list I'm actually on, and I accidentally unsubscribe from those lists. So you always want to remind them of that. You want to send a who you are email. You want to send a why you're different email, and how to get the most out of the subscription that you have, the campaigns that you have, how to get the most out of that. Open the emails, read the emails, do the things, those kinds of things. You want to make sure that you're giving the individuals the instructions, because I think a lot of times we take for granted what we know. Right. We just take it for granted and we forget that sometimes a brand new person may not understand the language, may not understand what it is that it means to solve a problem with a piece of software, right? Something like that. These are just the little things that can help you really get a good foundational group of people opening your emails consistently enough for you to be able to see some results. So step number 7. This one's scary. Okay. I'll upload 1 YouTube video each week. Now, more is better, but 1 per week is what we found. If you do 1 a week, you're actually going to get, over the course of a few weeks, you'll start to get a little momentum going. It gets easier and easier. Regularly posting important or posting informative videos is a really good way to help educate people. I use YouTube all the time to learn how to do things. I learned how to do all kinds of crazy things that I would have never thought that I needed to do on YouTube. So you could do the same thing when you learn something, right? It's very important. Teach other people what it is that you learn by leveraging YouTube, because the user base on YouTube loves learning how to do things. It's like TikTok. TikTok's very similar as YouTube, but people learning how to use, I learned how to ride a motorcycle, I learned how to install a toilet, I learned how to install a garage door opener, I learned how to do all kinds of things, just YouTube alone. I'm pretty sure those of you who are here have the same way. So leverage YouTube's audience to be able to reach people who you wouldn't normally have been able to reach because of you teaching them how to do something that you learn, right? You learn how to do it and then you teach it. And the best part about this is most of us are just not going to make a video unless we're confident that we know what we're talking about, which means we're actually going to learn what it is before we do that. And if every single week you have to upload one video and you're staying consistent with that, regularly uploading those videos, providing value by showing that commitment. I don't know if Bridget's here, but if Bridget Bartlett's here, you can see a really good example of that. How she went from just a few subscribers to thousands of subscribers. And now she's speaking on stage all within a very short period of time, just by uploading video content on YouTube and staying consistent with it. It's very, very powerful way to do that. And like I said, if you follow the steps so far, all the way up to this one, if you post your engaging content, that content itself, if you are in the process of personal development, whatever you learned, if you learn to do something, share it, showing up to the calls, showing up to the meetings, any golden nuggets that you have taken, you can make YouTube videos about those. There's a lot of ways, if you're engaged and participating, that you can get the content and the ideas that you're going to need to be able to stay consistent in uploading those YouTube videos. This is a really, really important step. I would highly recommend that you do not skip that one. Step number 8, this one's really, really important as well. You want to find a workout partner. Okay. A workout partner is someone who's going to help you reach for more, a person who is passionate about the same goals as you, and they'll complement your skills by bringing their superpower to the table so that you can reach your goals a little bit more quickly than what you would if you were doing it by yourself. You want to find that workout partner so that you have an opportunity of being able to be held accountable, right? Because the workout partner, if you think of a gym, right? So think of a gym. You have the gym owner right there on the left. He doesn't actually have any role at all in your accountability, whether you lose weight, gain weight, whether you reach your goals. He doesn't have any role in that at all. He just owns the facility. He is the facilitator of the resources that you're going to use. Now, that personal trainer, he is paid to hold you accountable. So the gym owner gets the personal trainer to teach you how to use the equipment, to teach you how to get the result. And of course, they're paid for that purpose. They count, they make sure that you're straight, make sure that you got the right posture, all of these kinds of things. Now, the workout partner, what you're doing there is you're holding each other accountable. That person is sitting there right next to you on the treadmill. That person is sitting there doing the push-ups with you. And the day you don't want to go to the gym, they're right there saying, we made this commitment, let's go together. And you're not going to let that person down. You'll probably let yourself down faster than you'll let that person down. So that's why you want to get that workout partner. That's why you want to have that, because it's very, very important that you have that person who's going to help you move forward on the days that you don't feel like doing it. Right. And you're the same for that person. You're going to help them. Look, I understand we had a rough week. We had a rough whatever. It's been a rough year, whatever the case might be, but let's keep moving. We have a goal. We have a destination, and I believe in you. So let's get this rocking and rolling. Step number 9 is be here a year from now. Okay. Success is a journey. Okay. It's a long-term journey. Success is defined as the gradual realization of a worthy idea. So you want to be here at least a year from now to show that commitment to continual growth. Now, following all these steps, following these footprints, what you're going to see is you're going to see your own growth over the course of that year. Even the YouTube videos alone, you can see your own growth. I know my very first YouTube video was the worst video I've ever done. It was horrible. It sounded like I was talking into a can. It was long. It was boring. And when I go back and I look at it, I'm like, wow. And then I look at one that I've done today or recently, and it's just a completely different type of experience when you are doing that. So the time starts today. It is a slow and steady race, right? If you don't see yourself still in business in a year, you won't be. Right? So begin today with the intention of being here next year with an impactful story, with real experience and client testimonials. And that's really going to help you be successful when it comes to building an online business in our new era. Like, obviously online is a really powerful way to be able to do that. You may also have a new definition of what it means to be successful, right? Success is not finances. They're a part of it and they make success better. Yes. But success is your family. Success is your happiness. Success is your health. Success is living life on terms that you have deemed, not somebody else has deemed for you. And unfortunately, the vast majority of people just simply do not know what to do to become successful. And hopefully, now that you've learned about the 9-step system, you can see by applying it how it is absolutely impossible for you to be able to fail when it comes to applying these steps inside of your business and your life. But before we give you access here, we promise you a free gift. Before we give you access to the free gift, it's $197 value. Is it okay if I over deliver for everybody? If you guys don't mind, just put a yes in the comment over there if you want some over delivery before we give you access to the gift. We got to go for it. Good, David. Yes, we got a yes. All right. So I guess so, Andy. All right, perfect. So here's what we want to do. I want to make sure that we give you everything that you need. Okay. So that you can take full advantage of the 9-step system with a special offer that we've created for you. Okay. Obviously, you know that we have an application called a Messenger Pro, and we're going to offer a lifetime account to this. It's not available for anywhere else except for a handful of our resellers that are able to do this and direct from us. We're going to give you a lifetime account for only $997. The life with a little asterisk right there is the life of CloudKii, obviously. But that's not all you're going to get. We're going to give you $4,387 in bonuses to help you do everything that we need to do here. So lifetime access to Messenger Pro, I don't know how to put a value on this. So what we did is we just took what the annual price of it, $670 a year, based on the entire time it's existed. So that's a $2,070 value that we have with that. It's actually obviously worth more than that. Lifetime account is more valuable every single year that you have it. We're going to give you access to the CloudKii CRM for a full year. So if you don't have a CRM or if you have a high level account or whatever, we're going to give you access to our version of that. That's an $1,186 value. It's $97 a month. You're going to be able to build your unlimited funnels, websites, manage marketing campaigns, all that stuff to automate your sales process. We're also going to give you the 3 core funnels that you're going to need. Your basic tripwire funnel that you're going to drive the traffic to. We're going to give you that. That's to segment your audience. We're going to give you the high ticket coaching funnel. You may not have a high ticket coaching offer, but that's okay. We're going to give you a funnel for that so that when you do create it, you will have a way to be able to get people on a schedule. And then we're going to give you the webinar funnel, which is going to show you how to create a webinar funnel. Inside of the CRM, there's a little bit of extra steps, but we're going to give that to you so that you don't have to worry about that. We're going to give you the workflow triggers, okay, so that you have an opportunity to get a person into an account so that they have an opportunity of being able to get access to the software. We're going to show you exactly how that works. So if you kind of think about what you're already paying for now, right? If you have Kartra, if you have ClickFunnels, if you have anything like that, you are most likely spending more than that already. So you might already be paying for these types of services, just not complete. They're not all in one. They don't have everything that you need, starting with the audience building tools and traffic. That's what separates CloudKii from everything else that we've seen so far, is we actually give you the tools to get the people, the eyeballs, and then we teach you how to do that. Now, we're going to give you all this without any monthly bills. You're not going to have any more monthly bills. You're going to get full year access to all of this included. We're also going to give you lifetime access to CloudKii Basic Reseller. Okay, this is a $997 value. You will be able to create instant lead magnets, build your list in your community. You'll also be able to earn 40% commissions on any upsells that people purchase on the back end. But the lifetime access to the basic reseller plan here is going to give you the ability to give away our software on unlimited number of accounts on the basic level for Messenger Pro, for Elmatic, for Optimizer, ElmLink. We have a few other applications like PromptKey and whatnot that are not on this picture, but you'll be able to give away those as your lead magnets. The best thing to do once you've given that software away is just to teach that person how to use it. That's why you're reaching out, right? Step 33 is going to help you build that email list so that you have an ability to send marketing emails. And I could tell you from experience that people do not take this software who are not marketers. It's just simply not the case. So you get an unlimited number of accounts that you get to give away. That's going to look like this in the back office, the partner area. So you can see a number of people on the time they're created, deactivate their accounts on at your leisure. You'll be able to hook this directly up to the CRM. And we're going to give you the workflow to do this. It's a $197 value. And this basically activates, deactivates all of the accounts in the CloudKii CRM from the CloudKii system from either a high level account or your CloudKii CRM that you're going to get access to. With this particular offer, it's tested and connected. We set that up inside of your account. the one that we provide for you. If you have one that's outside of our system, then there's a setup process for that. But this is going to automate that sales process for you. So you do not have to worry about activating and deactivating those accounts. You just simply need to add a tag to that account. So you're going to have everything that you need there. And then we're going to show you how to use the tools, your Facebook profile and a Facebook group, to basically just move people from Messenger through learning who you are into your community, and then of course onto your email list, and show you why it's all working. We're not only going to show you the how. Everything that we've been doing up to this point is showing you the how. Now we're going to show you how and why you want to do this. It's going to help you be a little bit more efficient in what it is that you are doing, so that you can focus on building your business the right way. Okay, so you're not a flash in the pan. So you're not here today, gone tomorrow, and saying, welcome to Walmart. We want to make sure that you have everything that you need to be able to earn at least 6 figures on the internet over the course of the next couple of months. So now for your free gift, I want to make sure everybody who was in attendance, we appreciate you coming hanging out with us. We want to make sure that you have what you need to be able to do what we're sharing with you inside of the 9-step system here. So we're going to give you the 9 steps tracker. What you're going to get here is a Google accountability tracker. It's going to help you track all of your efforts. It's really robust. It's going to be able to help you stay on track and be able to see the areas that you're overlooking. Okay. You're also going to get the digital workbook for the 9 steps. So if you download that, you'll be able to keep track on a day-to-day basis, week to week, all of the steps. And it has the steps that we went over on this training inside of that workbook. You're also going to be able to track just on that sheet, on that accountability tracker. It's for your Google account. It's a Google sheet. So you'll be able to check the boxes, whether you read your book that day, check the boxes, whether you had your 5 conversations that day, be able to plan your goals, be able to plan your video, all of the stuff that you're doing inside of the 9 steps. We're actually going to give this to you absolutely free. So that you have a way to be able to track that just for coming to the webinar. It's going to help you manage your progress. And we all know what gets tracked, or what gets tracked gets managed. So what you manage, you succeed at. You cannot fail. So to get your free gift, all you need to do is actually just go into the Facebook community there and either tag myself or Larlin. My name's Andrew. And just share with the community there one takeaway that you got from this training. And we will DM directly to you a link so that you can get access to the Google Drive where that tracker's at. And then we'll give you the link to the download so you can download the digital version so you can keep track of that as well. So I just want to recap really quick what you'd be getting if you take advantage of that lifetime account and answer any questions anybody might have. So you're going to get the lifetime account to Messenger Pro. That's an increasing value. That's why you have the asterisk. You're going to get a lifetime access to Messenger or CloudKii Basic. You're going to get the reseller activation workflow and 1-year access to the CRM, which is going to provide you with everything that you need for the next 12 months without any overhead, except messaging, credits, things like that. That's based on volume. So that you'll have access to everything you need. It's a $4,450 value. We have a fast action bonus that we want to give everybody. If you take advantage in the next 10 minutes of this particular offer, we're going to do a one-on-one onboarding call with you as well. We're going to get on. We're going to make sure everything works. We're going to test it from start to finish, make sure all of the things are working. It'll be the second test that it goes through, but we'll make sure anyways. And then we'll answer your questions and get you moving in a direction, probably help you in most cases. What we have to do on these calls is help you identify what your audience and niche is going to be starting with. And that's what we'll do. So it's a $497 value. We usually charge $497 an hour for these calls, but we'll give that to you absolutely free, because we want you to succeed. To take advantage of it, it's just cloudkii.io. The URL's right there, /EMP-lifetime. And this is what we have for you in this particular training. Your free gift is available. Just remember, just post on the group with one takeaway you got from the webinar today. And of course, we will DM that over to you so that you can begin to follow these processes. And if you take advantage of the offer, you're going to get everything that you need. And we'll see you on the other side of that. And appreciate you guys for coming, hanging out with us for the last, 45 minutes or so. Larlin, good job. You just put that link there in the chat for those of you who are on the call live. You'll be able to just click on that, and you will have access to our flagship software. We're pretty proud of it, for a one-time payment of $997, which is absolutely incredible. Anybody who has any questions, you have a couple ways you can ask. Number one, is you can just type it right there in the comments. And we'll be more than happy to share with you our perspective on that question, or you can just raise your hand and unpause, unmute yourself and ask into the microphone. A little bit more scary, but let us know if you have anything. that you want to do. We'll be here for the next 10 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever we have left on the timer. And then we'll close out the room for you. But this is what has helped us build a pretty sizable business. It helped us build software. It's helped us build communities, and it has been a proven system that everybody that we've shared it with over the last couple of years has been extraordinarily successful with, even failing at doing all 9 steps perfectly. So that is awesome. Dr. McDonald, have pleasure having you here. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. We always appreciate that. Hopefully you got some value out of what we were sharing with you today. Now, Messenger Pro, Tim, as a standalone product is $67 a month or $670 per year. I did not, Larlin. I did not. I don't even know what the link is to it. But it is a nice tracker. I can tell you that. We spent some time making it pretty, and we paid somebody to get it built in the first place. But the tracker, it's going to help you stay on track long term. So there it is right there. So this is the tracker. I can pull it up. Okay, so this is actually the tracker. We will leave that offer down there on the bottom open. So this, when you get here, the first thing that you're going to need to do is log into your Google account when you click on this particular link, or when we give this to you. Then you're going to log into your Google account. You're going to click on File, which is right up here. And what you're going to do is you're either going to import it or make a copy of it. Okay, so just import that right into yours, and then you will have a copy of this, and then you'll have some instructions. These are your instructions on what to do with the actual tracker. Here is your month template. Okay, so this is just a template. You're going to want to copy this so that you can make a new version of it. So like, as you can see right here, it says April. These all adjust to make sure the dates are, like, it's really robust. It's really dynamic. So you just make a copy of that. If you have your goals, you could put your fitness goals, self-improvement goals, your relationship goals, all of that on here. So you have an opportunity of being able to keep track over the course of time what your activity summary is. So you're at 100%, or you're at 80%. Where are you at in your execution of that? You also have your ambitious goals. And then you break down each week of these particular goals, and then any dependencies, anything that might have gotten in the way of you achieving that goal, right here on the tracker itself. Important events, these are things that you want to put in here so that you have an opportunity of keeping up with things, right? So when we get this, we're actually going to get this even cooler to where this connects to your Google Calendar. So it's going to be putting in here. Same thing right here. So your business and expenses, everything that you have related to that. Here you can see your streaks for each of these different steps. And of course, you can see the 9 steps. Commit to personal development, read your 10 to 15 pages, get connected to see the events section, right? See events section. Right here, you can go ahead and reach out to your new community members every single day. You want to do that. All the steps are right there. To be here a year from now, you're just checking off every day that you're still here. All right. So this is a very nice, wonderful tool that you can use. We're also getting the API for YouTube and Stripe onto this bad boy. So it'll actually tell you what your sales are for the day, and it'll also tell you how many new subscribers you have on YouTube. So it's going to help you stay on track. Now, remember, your YouTube is your main channel for video content. You syndicate that on TikTok, you syndicate that on Facebook, Twitter, and you get additional traffic. So hopefully that helps. I like that you guys like that. So it is pretty awesome. We're pretty proud of it. And the workbook's cool too, but this thing is actually a lot cooler. So awesome stuff right there. Scroll down and show weeks, ambitious goals. We went through these too, but yeah, that is the tracker. That is how it works. And so your template, what you do here is you just copy it, right? Copy it to duplicate it. Sorry, not copy it. So we're going to copy that. You can see copy of month template. And then we'll just change this one to August, right? So we do August. And then up here on this, what we do is we just change this to August, right? So if we say August, you'll see all of these numbers. So the first Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way down here, there's 28 days. Actually, there's 31 days. So there's 3 extra days in August. August is a good day for us on months. Yeah, so Lonnie, to get the tracker, what you do is just post in the Facebook community one takeaway that you got from this webinar, and then tag either Larlin or myself, and we'll send you the link. Yep, with our logistics. So that is how you get access to the tracker. So that's pretty fun. We like that. We like being able to give you guys cool stuff like this because this is stuff that can help you, right? We don't want to give you a PDF that's just going to live on your computer that you're probably going to forget about in 2 weeks, but this is something that's actually going to help you. All the software that we have created is designed to stop you from having to do mundane tasks and save you a couple of years of carpal tunnel. But at the end of the day, hopefully you got a lot of value out of this. We appreciate it. And those of you who are interested in taking advantage of that offer, there is the link one last time for your enjoyment, CloudKii.io/EMP-lifetime. And that'll get you in and squared away. So, Reg, great job, man. I haven't seen it yet, but we'll definitely get into that as soon as we get off the call. Make sure we get you all taken care of. Any questions, comments, and or concerns, feel free to reach out to our support team at elmlink.co/support, and we'll get you squared away as fast as possible. So, have a great evening, everybody. Thank you once again for sharing your Friday evening with us.